Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Iram Zafar. Hope you are all fine and enjoying good health. Stay home, stay safe. So welcome to the world of zoology. Today our video is about animal behavior. How can you define animal behavior? In simple word, we can say that any kind of change in the activity or response of an animal against some stimulus, either internal or external, is called animal behavior. Here a question arises, what is stimulus? So we can define stimulus as any kind of change in the environment or organism's body which causes a change in the organism's activity is called stimulus. Stimulus can be internal or external. If the change is in the environment of the organism, then will be called as external stimuli. Or if the change is in the body of the organism, then this will be called as internal stimuli. Is another term used analogous to the animal behavior, that is ethology. You can define ethology as the field of biology which focuses on the behavior of diverse organisms in their natural environment is called ethology. So there are many words similar to the term ethology which are used to indicate the animal behavior, that is aprichism, anatomy, biology, anthropology, entomology, ichthyology, ornithology, herpetology and taxidermy. All words are analogous to the word ethology or animal behavior. So let's discuss some examples. Here in the picture you can see that dog salivates in response to the food. So here the food acts as a stimulus and the dog salivation is its behavior. It means that whenever a hungry dog see the food, it begin to salivate. In this example, you can see bees performing two types of dance. One is round dance and the other is wiggle dance. The bees perform round dance when they locate the food, and they perform the wiggle dance when they have to indicate the food direction from their hive. So here the dance is an indication to the other bees that the food is located somewhere far or the close to their hive. So food, here the food is also the stimuli and the dance of the bees is the behavior of the bees response to the food. Here you might ask, what are the causes for an animal to behave in a specific manner? So there are two causes, proximate cause and the ultimate cause. Proximate cause are all the cues, either internal or external, that lead to some kind of behavior in an organism, and the ultimate cause are the result of following the proximate cause and changing their behavior to get some benefit. So always the ultimate cause, yeah, ultimate benefit they get is the reproductive success. They increase their reproductive success in response to obeying their proximate causes. So let's go through an example. I am sure that you have seen ducklings following their mother duck. So let's clarify our proximate causes or ultimate causes. What is the cause that causes the ducklings to follow their mother duck? It is the proximate cause. And what is the proximate cause and what causes the ducklings to follow their mother is all about proximate cause, and it is called proximate cause. So during an early critical development stage, the young geese observe their mother moving away from them or calling. So moving away of their mother and calling is the proximate cause, which causes the ducklings to follow their mother. So what will be the benefit for the ducklings? So the benefit will come in the ultimate cause. So if the ducklings follow and imprint their mother, they will receive more care and learn necessary skills and thus have a greater chance of survival than those that do not follow their mother. So the reproductive success will ultimately increase. So I hope you all understand this lecture. So this is all about today. Allah Hafiz. Take care of yourself.